Welcome to the Bray Park Water Treatment Plant, where the magic of clean water happens. This state-of-the-art facility can treat an impressive 60 million litres of safe drinking water every day. But we've designed it to be easily expandable to supply 150 million litres a day. Located in Murwillumbah in northern New South Wales, the plant is the primary water treatment facility for the entire Tweed Shire, serving 99% of our connected customers. Construction began in late 2007, and after 2 years and 6 months, the plant was commissioned in April 2010. Let's explore the fascinating process that happens in the plant to turn raw water into high-quality and affordable drinking water. At 570 square kilometres, the Tweed's water catchment area fits entirely within the boundaries of the Shire. It's a special place cradled by the massive Tweed caldera, which was formed more than 20 million years ago by the powerful Wollumban Mount Warning volcano. Rainfall in the Tweed is impressive, averaging about 1,600 millimetres every year. As rain falls within the catchment, it journeys through forests, farms, villages and drains. Along the way, it picks up impurities and pathogens. To make sure the water we drink, cook with and bathe with is safe, it's treated at our water treatment plants. For most of the year, the water that flows out of your taps comes from the Tweed and Oxley rivers. When rainfall levels are low, we release water from Clary Hall Dam into Doon Doon Creek to supplement the natural water flow in the Tweed River. To protect water that's stored in the dam, we have buffer zones, including the beautiful Mount Jerusalem National Park and more than 1,400 hectares of land owned by Tweed Shire Council. Most of the Tweed's tap water is sourced from the Tweed River at the Bray Park Weir. The weir is located near the Bray Park Water Treatment Plant. It's a man-made tidal barrier designed to keep salt water from getting into our freshwater supply. So, what does a water treatment plant do? It plays a vital role in ensuring our tap water is clean, safe, and meets the strict Australian drinking water guidelines. At the Bray Park Weir, the water we draw from the Tweed River passes through intake screens, which remove large objects. The water is then pumped 1.4 kilometres to the water treatment plant, where the treatment process really begins. First, we strain the water to remove smaller items like weeds, algae, fish, shrimp, and smaller debris. The water then flows to the plant's powdered activated carbon facility, which we like to call the PAC facility for short. PAC is finely ground carbon that's highly porous and has a large surface area. When we experience blue-green algal blooms, we mix raw water from the weir with PAC to form a slurry, which helps remove organic contaminants and toxins. After dosing the water with PAC, it flows to our PAC contact tank, which is 5 metres deep and has 4 compartments. This setup slows down the water flow, ensuring the water maintains contact with PAC for at least 20 minutes. After that, the water flows from the contact tank and enters the pre-dosing stage of the treatment process. That's when we add lime, mainly to increase the water's alkalinity and assist with its stability. We also add carbon dioxide gas to further adjust its pH level and aluminium chlorohydrate to help bind smaller particles in the water. We also add potassium permanganate, which helps us remove manganese from the water. That's important. If we don't remove manganese, it can stain your white laundry. After this dosing, the water flows to the membrane facility. This is the engine room of the treatment plant. It's where you will find the operator control room, laboratory, educational foyer and viewing room. Here, the water enters the pre-flocculation tank. It's then distributed to 6 flocculation tanks. In the tanks, smaller particles in the water, with the help of the chemicals we add, bind to form what are known as flocks. Mixers in the tanks keep the flocks suspended in the water. Flocculated water then flows along the membrane distribution channel to the facility's membrane tanks. This is where the magic really happens. Each of the membrane tanks has 7 membrane cassettes. Together, these 7 cassettes are known as a train. Every cassette has about 60 Z-weed modules. These are hollow fibre membranes that look like perforated straws. They are tiny, with an external diameter of 1.9 millimetres and an internal diameter of just 0.8 millimetres. Each fibre has billions of microscopic pores. They are thousands of times smaller in diameter than a human hair, so the human eye can't see them. In total, 4.2 million of these fibres work together to filter water at the treatment plant. Bray Park is considered an ultrafiltration plant due to the very small size of the pores in its filters. As the water flows through the 4.2 million fibres, the fibres trap the flocks, stopping impurities from passing through. The water flowing through turns into filtered water, which in the water industry is known as permeate. The filtration process is quite remarkable. Each of the hollow fibre membranes uses a small amount of suction to draw water through microscopic pores into a central cavity called a lumen. The suction is a result of siphoning, a process that uses gravity to draw water through the membranes. By using gravity, we rely less on electrical pumps, which minimises our energy use and operating costs. After filtration, the water flows over a weir, where it is dosed with chlorine, which acts as a disinfectant. This helps prevent filtered water from being recontaminated. We also dose the water with fluoride, supplementing the fluoride that naturally occurs in water to help prevent tooth decay in accordance with New South Wales regulations. The water treatment process doesn't stop there. The water then flows through a mixer and is dosed with sodium hydroxide to correct its pH. Afterwards, it passes through a second mixer. It then flows over a second weir and gravitates to a 5 million litre clear water tank. All the water in this tank is ready to drink. When needed, we pump water from the tank and it begins its journey to Tweed households and businesses. We distribute water from the Bray Park water treatment plant throughout the Tweed through a network of water pipes, pumping stations and tanks before it reaches your water meter and then your taps. Everyone who uses Tweed tap water has a water meter. The meters measure the amount of water used at everyone's property. Council routinely reads water meters and customers are billed for every 1,000 litres they use. 1,000 litres is known as a kilolitre. We work hard to maintain our filtration system. As part of the filtration process, solids build up on membrane surfaces, causing them to foul. Left unchecked, fouling limits the efficiency of our filtration process. That's why we back pulse every 15 minutes for 30 to 45 seconds. Back pulsing reverses the flow of water through the membranes to remove solids from membrane surfaces. It causes tiny air bubbles to form on the bottom of the membrane tank. This aeration has the added bonus of helping remove solids as well. Whenever we back pulse, we discard some of the wash water which takes the solids away. Now and then, we also safely use chemicals to remove the solids that back pulsing and aeration don't. We make the most out of every drop of water that enters the plant. That's why we recycle and treat wash water. At the plant's wash water balance tank, wash water is pumped into the sludge thickener, where we add a polymer solution to flocculate or bind the solids, turning them into sludge. The sludge settles at the bottom of the tank. The clearer water at the top, called the clarified water, is recycled back into the raw water supply. We pump the sludge to the plant's dewatering facility via a sludge holding tank, where centrifuges further thicken and dewater the solids. The final solids are sent to waste recovery facilities, and the water from the centrifuge is recycled back into the raw water supply. Sometimes we may dispose of water from the centrifuge to the sewerage system. This usually happens when the water isn't suitable for recycling, such as when there is blue-green algal blooms or when raw water has a lot of organic material. We hope you have a better understanding of the work that's involved in treating and supplying safe drinking water for the Tweed. Most of us rely on tap water every day. It's the foundation of a healthy community, but it's not unlimited. Even when there are no water restrictions, it's important that everyone in the Tweed saves water and uses just 160 litres per person a day. Using water wisely and taking responsibility for the health of our water catchment is something we can all do. Tweed Shire Council is committed to supplying the Tweed with a safe, sustainable and affordable water supply service that meets the needs of our growing population. Thanks for learning about the state-of-the-art Bray Park water treatment plant. Find out more about water and wastewater in the Tweed by visiting Council's website.